watch them. I'll explain that later. You guys know the drill. I've done it every year since 2015. All right, so first day schedule. You guys are right here. Your next period is period 6. I know that's weird. Period 6 next. Period 5 is later on for lunch. They're going to try to put lunch at the normal time. So period 6 is next. Figure out what your period 6 is. That's where you walk to next. Okay? But yeah, we're out here at, what, 10:18. So we got about 25, 26 minutes. Okay, this is the textbook. You're going to be getting a textbook on Monday or Tuesday. Are we back Tuesday? Is it Tuesday we're back? Is it, do we have Monday off? All right, I thought we were back Monday, but it might be Labor Day that day. But anyway,
Next weekend.
so, is that next week?
Yeah.
All right, never mind. So, all right, there's your textbook. So it's pretty thin. It's like, I don't know, inch thick. It's really thin. It weighs maybe 2 or 3 pounds. So it's probably the easiest book you'll ever have to carry around. There's no online version. Sorry. We'll just have the physical copy with you. But my name is Mr. Ward. You can call me Mr. Ward, or Coach Ward. If administration's in here, like observing, you have to call me Mr. Ward. It's not my thing. They have like a pet peeve. You have to call them like Mr. or Mrs. or Ms. or something like that. So, but any other thing, call me Ward. I'm fine with it. Mentor model teacher. So what that means for you guys is that we will have random teachers in here, random administrators just coming in here to watch. They'll just like walk in and sit. They're not watching you. They're watching me and watching the lesson. They might even participate in the lesson, like with you if we're doing like this little like project that day. So don't be thrown off by that. It will happen because of this position I take here at high school. Assistant girls basketball. So if any girls in here want to go out for basketball, just do. Student council leader. So if you want to go out for student council at some point, talk to me at the end of the year, and we'll get you on the ballot for next year. So background: I graduated from Ventura, literally like down the street. In 2001, yeah, I'm that old. Graduated from Iowa State in 2006 with a bachelor's in mathematics and minor in psychology, and I'm coaching certified. I literally coached every sport except for wrestling. I don't know anything about wrestling because Ventura didn't have it, and soccer, but I love soccer. It's one of my favorite sports. I love soccer, like a lot, but never coached it. So, class materials. So the things you need every single day when you walk here, non-negotiables. You need this when you walk in Monday or Tuesday, wherever you're here. Thanks, fun. Pencil, not a pen. Unless you have one of those pens you can erase and make fixes. You have to have something, because we're going to make mistakes. I make mistakes, you have to be able to fix it. You need a textbook with your book cover. And obviously, we're going to check out books. So you can see your homework over here. We're going to get books checked out on Monday or Tuesday, whatever day you're back. I think it's Monday. We'll get books. Book covers are due by Thursday next week. You have to have a book cover. It could be a Hy-Vee family food bag. It could be a newspaper. It could be one of those sake things that you put on your book. But you need a book cover that's due by Thursday. So keep that in mind. You will have a book, it's individually numbered, so you can't just like go grab a different one. It's numbered. You do need a notebook, you do need paper. I expect you to take notes in here. You cannot just sit in here, watch me teach participate and expect to know everything we did. You will forget little things and little details and little examples because those examples are probably on a test. So keep that in mind. Calculator, you will need one. I expect a calculator like this. I have 10 in the back. There's less than 10 of you, so you could just use the calculators in the back. There's a little caddy back there. You could use those, but I only have 10, so keep that in mind. I prefer that you just buy one. These are $8 at Target and Walmart right now. Go buy that one. That's a great calculator. And you need your Chromebook every single day, because we'll do things where we look online for something or research something. Like we're going to look up car prices or home marketing for a realtor. So keep that in mind. There's little things we're going to look at. But you need those things. Those are non-negotiable. When you walk in here, you have to have them. Non-negotiable. Got it? Pretty easy. Okay. Textbook. Here it is. Here's your consumer math book. It's about 1 inch thick. It's $80 according to 5 days ago on Amazon. So if you're that person that loses a book, it got spilled on it, it got burned in a fire somehow, you have to immediately replace it. Like that day, I'm ordering a new one, and you owe me now $80.15 or whatever it is that day. And that goes up and down every single day. So keep that in mind, whatever day I'm ordering it. It's 400 pages, it's not very big. My pre-calc book is like 1,400 pages, so this is pretty thin. It's 12 chapters. This is in Dead Poet Society. If you ever watch a movie with Robin Williams, expect you to leave all those chapters in it. Don't work them out. But chapters 1 through 6, 7 through 12, that's pretty much the outline for the year. That's pretty much kind of what we do first semester, second semester. I don't go in order. We bounce around from chapter to chapter, so keep that in mind. We don't do every section. We just I pick the sections we need to cover. A lot of this class will seem a little redundant if you're taking that accounting class through Mr. Graham. We cover some of the similar topics in here. Calculators, we've already talked about this. This is a $5 calculator over at Walmart. It's got a bunch of fancy buttons. It's perfect. It's like $5. Perfect. This monstrosity is a TI-89. You cannot even use this in high school or college. They didn't allow it. It's $200. It's dumb. Don't buy that calculator. For $200, you can buy a used iPad, download the Texas Instrument app that will do everything this thing will, and still come under $200. And you would have an iPad that can do even more than this stupid thing can. They ban it because it literally has a keyboard on it. You can type in the word Saul, type in your math problem, and hit enter, and I'll just do it for you. But you can just go online and figure that out by just using the website. So I don't know why you need to buy that stupid thing. This is a $10 one over at Target and Walmart. Perfect. Cool. It's got a bunch of fancy buttons on it. The TI-84. These are what you need if you're going to take a college level calc course. They would require this. This is $130, $140. That's stupid. Don't buy that. Get this thing. It's like $8 right now. It's on sale. It's half off. Literally half off at Target and Walmart right now because it's back to school. Classroom expectations. There's like, what, 7 of you in here? 8 maybe total. We have another 1 or 2 join. I expect to be quiet, not pin drop, like this is unnerving me how quiet you guys are right now. But I expect to be quiet in case we're learning something new or something that's difficult for people to learn because everyone learns at a different level. Respect your classmates, leave drama out of this room. I don't want drama. If you have problems with a classmate, that's not in this room. You leave it outside the room. I know there's lots of things going on outside of this building, outside of my room that affects you. I understand that. Everyone has their own life. For one class period, when you walk in here, forget about your troubles. This is the time to get to relax and enjoy some math a little bit, or whatever we're doing that day. Take responsibility for an education, and challenge yourself. I expect you, when you come in here, to try your best. I don't expect you to be perfect at it, because no one's perfect. But I want you to try. Ask the appropriate questions if you're not getting it. Don't just sit in the back and go like, I don't really get it, I'm not really going to ask anything. There's like 7 of you in here. Ask a question. Figure it out. Challenge yourself. Take pride in your education. I took pride in education. It's not because I'm a teacher. I actually like learning something. Like I want to learn something new. So take pride in it, because it is kind of a good thing that it's good to have. I expect you to be here, be on time. So right when that bell goes off, period 4, I expect you to be in this room. If that bell goes off and you walk in, you now owe me 10 minutes. If you're 20 minutes late because you're in the bathroom and you walk in here, now you owe me 20 minutes plus 10 minutes for detention. So keep that in mind. So, do the right thing when you walk in here. You're in here for one purpose. Why are you in here? Learn math, right? To do your best, try your best. That's what I expect. We don't have to be perfect, but I want you to at least try to be that academic person. Because anyone can learn math. It's not that, oh, I'm not a math person. That doesn't count. It's not really a thing. Anyone can learn anything, as long as you put some effort into it. And be yourself. Never be shy about that. Be yourself. Own that. Because I can respect that, right? Be yourself, but don't make an excuse for something. Like, I'm not a math person. It's not true. Just be yourself, though. Be your quirky self. Okay. Questions with any of those? Yeah, pretty easy. All right. Classroom policies, here it is. Disruptive behavior is not tolerated. If you're going to cause drama, you're going to cause beef with somebody, you're not in this room. I'd expect you to go, if you're having personal troubles, I expect you to go through the appropriate channels, go talk to somebody about this. Like literally, we have counselors, we have somebody you can talk to. You don't need to be in here causing a fit. But don't make a habit of it. So, when you're here for math. Keep that in mind. I don't want you to make this your counseling session time. That's not how this works. Homework, expected to be for the next class. So let's say, if you look at the board, there's a perfect example. Consumer math, you guys have this one right here. I have your assignments written down over here. You have book covers, that's your first assignment. The due date's over here. That's when it's due. Not I'm walking you through, so you go, oh, word, I didn't get it done. I'll get it done today and I'll have it done at the end of the day. No, it's due when you walk in to the class, on the day it's due. So we have a change in policy on that, so keep that in mind. That's not my policy, it's like a school-wide policy. We'll get to that later. You'll be assigned a textbook. They're individually numbered. You have to bring them to class every single day. Yes, you need them every day. Don't ask me in the door. Or do we need your textbook? Yeah, every single day. Seating arrangement. There's like 7 of you in here. We probably won't have a seating arrangement at some point because I think I can trust you will sit somewhere where you can learn. Cell phones, iPods. Yeah, I just stated myself with iPod, but cell phones. They have to be in the back caddy. Actually, somebody already put it back there. I'm actually really proud of that. Cell phones have to be in the back caddy. When you walk in here, put it in the back caddy. Don't be that person that's going to leave it in your pocket, because if it's in your pocket, it's now mine. I expect to be in the back caddy. You won't get it back. So keep that in mind. If you have a smartwatch, like an Apple Watch or some other type of smartwatch, and it becomes a distraction, like you're constantly on it, that needs to be in the back caddy or it will be mine. If you're gonna leave it in your locker, fine, leave it in your locker. But don't be that person that says, it's in my locker, and it's in your hoodie, it's mine. You just lied to me. So just trust me enough, put it in the back caddy, forget about it for a little bit. Disabilities and challenges, you have to let me know. Like most of you have had class with me before, I have a really bad hearing. Like it's really bad, that's why I talk really loud. But if you have a disability or a challenge, you have to let me know that. Nothing's worse than like November when we have like our first parent-teacher conference and your parent's like, well, Johnny, you really can't see the board. Thanks, Johnny, for throwing me under the bus. You gotta tell me that you couldn't even see the board for 5 or 6 weeks. So let me know that. If you have, you forgot contacts that day, if you're having a migraine, you gotta let me know that type of stuff because I can move you in an appropriate spot. Maybe you need a quiet learning environment for a test. I have a back office. It's quiet back there. Go take it back there. But you gotta let me know that type of stuff. Cheating is not tolerated. I am not an idiot. I know there's websites called Slater out there and other things. I understand that. I can research things like that. Just don't use that as your sole source for doing your homework. Like I expect you to try to do your homework. Because I give you so much time in class, you can ask me any questions, we'll go through it and we'll try to make sure that you can figure it out. I don't want you to be Team Xerox where like, let's say, you're gonna do your homework and then everyone else is gonna copy it. I don't want that. You're not learning at that point. You gotta try to do that problem. So that's how you're gonna learn. So it's not tolerated. Too much to handle, too bad, so sad. You're in high school. You're out. Homework policies. Homework, 2 to 3 assignments a week. You guys know the drill. If you've had me before, that's about right. 2 to 3 assignments, 10 to 25 rounds. On an assignment, some assignments are significantly shorter than that. I've had an assignment last year, it was like 4 or 5 rounds because it takes a long time to do those 4 or 5 rounds. We'll probably have a lot of handouts and worksheets, or there might be book problems that we'll do. If there's any handouts and worksheets, I'll give you a physical copy, but I'll also have some on my website. Yes, I have a website, I'll explain that later, it's why I love to read the videos. Late work policy can be redone. You can always redo homework. So let's say we had an assignment that was out of 20 points and you got an 11. You're like, oh my gosh, I just failed that assignment. Redo it, make fixes, turn it back in. I regrade it for full credit if you get them right. Because I don't want you in this class to worry about grades. Grades are dumb, it's just a letter of the alphabet. I want you to learn something. That's what I care about. If you're learning, you're doing your job. Grades will eventually figure themselves out. And this is the change in policy. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is not my policy. It's not me like laying down the law. This is a new high school policy. We do not accept late work after 10 days. Some people are like, that's a shocker to them. Like, well, 10 days? 10 days. So like, let's say this book cover, right? This book cover is due next Thursday. 10 days from Thursday, it's due or else it's forever 0. Like, and that's not even my policy. That's the high school policy now. We're not going to midterms anymore. It's 10 days. Unless the midterm comes before 10 days, then it's due like at midterm, right? It's whatever comes sooner, like 10 days or midterm or end of quarter or something like that, so keep that in mind. That is a significant change. That could really wreck some people, like because they're banking like, oh, I have like 5 weeks to do this assignment. No, you have 10 days, and then forever is a 0. So keep that in mind. Late work for me is still like if it's 1 day late, it's 15% off. If it's 2 days late, it's 30% off, and it stays 30 until that 10 days is up. So like you wreck yourself, you don't turn it in day 1. And I usually give you enough days you can turn it in. And we do enough in class, you can hopefully figure it out. Test quizzes, you can always retake the test once. Every test, you can retake it once. I give you the better of the 2 test scores, so it doesn't matter. Now, it will not be the same test you're retaking. I'll pick new problems that are the same type. So it's not like you can just memorize answers, come in and fill them out. That's not how it works. So keep that in mind, but you can always retake. Now to retake a test, you just have to come in the morning or after school and just go over the problems you missed, and then we can set up a time for you, but it has to be within like a week or so after I hand back that test to you, because you'll start forgetting how to do it again, because we're already moving on. Okay, questions with that? Sorry, I'm going really fast. Quizzes cannot be retaken. So keep that in mind. If we do a pop quiz, you can't retake those. It's what you know that day. And usually I'm pretty good about announcing when we have a pop quiz. That's not really the definition of a pop quiz, but it's like, hey, we're taking a quiz tomorrow. Oh, I better figure this out like today. So, okay, questions with any of that? Okay, grading policies, you guys know the drill. 90s are A's, 80s are B's, 70s are C's, 60s are D's, anything below 60s are F. Again, how you figure out your grade, take what your score was, divided by what the total points could have been, and that's what your grade is, so that's what the calculator would tell you. Grading policies, semesters and quarters. Every semester has 2 quarters, right? Quarter 1 is 40% of your grade, quarter 2 is 40% of your grade, and yes, we do a semester test, which is 20% of your grade. Every high school class does a semester test, including English and band and everything. So we will take a semester test, it will be cumulative over the entire semester. We review 5 days leading up to it. I usually spoon feed you enough information, you know exactly how to do every problem leading up to it, especially if you've had me before, you know the drill. We review a lot, and you practice tests, you should know how to do it. Gradebook will have 3 categories. Homework is 55% of your grade, tests and quizzes are 40, and participation is 5%. Notice, most of your homework is your grade, because we spend the most time in here on homework. So tests and quizzes are still important. Participation is, are you even coming to class? Are you doing the right thing? Are you bringing your stuff to class? Because there's some days I'll just check, did you bring your book? Boom, 10 points. Like this, and I'll warn you of that. Okay, questions? Perfect. Okay. Now, let's go to my website here. Okay, here's my website. Now, if you don't know links to it, it's mrward.org or ghvmath.com. I have a bunch of different ones, but those are the easiest ones. That's the ones that most people can remember. It takes you to this. This is my website. I spent a lot of time and money on this. It has no ads. I don't collect any revenue from it, none. It is simply for the sole purpose to help you with your schoolwork. So if you scroll down, it's nice and pretty. It's got quotes, it's got pictures, it's got your daily lessons on here. So you guys are consumer math. So if you click the word consumer, you click the picture, you click the homework, it'll take you to today's link. This is actually the notes for today. So like Monday or Tuesday, whatever day we're back, we have notes. I'll put those notes here. These links will take you directly to the site that has the notes for that day. So you can kind of see what we did. You can see if there's any homework, and if there's worksheets, I'll have them there. You can click on them, and it'll download them right to your Chromebook. You can reprint them. If there's a PowerPoint, they're there. You can even click through it, so you can download those. And if there's a video, which today after school I'll post today's video, it'll be there. It's really nice quality, 1080p. It's posted to YouTube, and no, I don't collect any revenue from YouTube from that or anything like that. I don't have any ads on them or anything, because that's not the purpose of this. The videos are good. They're 1080p, full screen. It's got closed captioning. You can see the words, so if you can't hear me, you can at least read it, and it'll be in different languages if you need it to. So I do this for you guys for the sole purpose of, like, you're gone, you're sick, you can watch class. You can see what we did for 40 minutes that day and see me exactly teach what you were missing that day. And you can come in after school, before school, you can ask me questions, we'll go through stuff. I do this for you guys, so there's no excuse. Like, you can go back and watch them. I keep them up all year round. So if you go up here, so if you go back to the main site, you can go up to the links at the top. There's links at the top, there's daily lessons, there's archive, there's professional development, but if you click like daily lessons on the drop down, I think the source of internet might be out right now. Let's see. God, it's frozen. All right, but anyway, oh, here we go. All right, so if you click like daily, I'm not even clicking, I'm just hovering. You can go down. Daily lessons are like, if you click this, it'll take you to all the lessons throughout the whole year. 180 lessons, they'll all be up here. They'll be by chapter. Chapter 1, I'll have them all. There'll be a little link, so it'll like carousel around so you can see all the data. And if it goes to chapter 2, I'll move these down. Chapter 2 will be here. I leave them up all year round, and they're still up. If you go back to archive at the top, you can see all the previous years I've done, so you can watch those videos. But I leave them up so you can go back and watch. Like, I want to see this day because I don't remember how that homework went. Or you're reviewing for a test, you're like, God, I don't remember how to do, credit scores. Boom, we'll go back and look at it. So, questions. Again, use it. This is a great resource for you, especially if you're missing homework, you don't know what the homework is. I still use JMC Lesson Planner. I use that. I just basically copy and paste what I put here onto there. So it's there every single day. So today's videos will be online today. I have the link there for today's, but I just don't have today's video. It's still recording. So I can't post it yet. Questions? And no, it doesn't see any of you. I try not to show you in frame. I just point, it's literally like centered on the marker board right now, so it's going right between your heads. Questions? Perfect, all right, pretty nice, pretty easy. Next period, what is it?